So, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Season 1 has ended, and it was better than expected. Uh, in a final episode, there's an incredible scene between Otto Octavius and Norman Osborn, where they go back and forth, and Hugh
Ooh.
Dancy and Coleman Domingo, respectively, give incredible performances. It was really good scene, and I can't wait until Doc Ock actually suits up and becomes Doctor Octopus proper in this.
Hmm.
Spoiler alert for the finale and the show overall. You don't mind, do you?
No, not at all.
So in the final episode, Tombstone got his powers, and begins his journey toward villainy as he takes control of the gang he was blackmailed into joining after their original leader runs away and leaves them behind to be killed by Scorpion and his gang. And with this newly found super strength and invulnerability, Tombstone helps Spider-Man take down Scorpion. And at the end of that fight, is revealed um, that Tombstone's skin is turning white, like I predicted before. Rather than him being originally
Mm.
albino, they're gonna have the gas that gave him his powers in this universe turn him albino over time. So it'll be fun to see how they
Ooh.
handle Tombstone's turn of villainy, since in this universe he's friends with Peter, whereas in other universes he's usually like at least 10 years, probably like 15, 20 years older than Peter. Um, and But that was only half of the episode. At the very end, we get a time leap situation where Norman Osborn opens up what is essentially a Stargate from the show Stargate, if you know what those look like. Uh, and it's a portal
Hmm.
to space, and a symbiote comes through. And Peter defeats it with the help of Doctor Strange, but in the process, Strange attempts to reverse time and is interrupted, causing him and the symbiote to be sent to the past. That past being the very first episode of the show. In the first episode, Doctor Strange
Ooh.
pops up and he's fighting a symbiote. And then through the portal comes a spider, and that's a spider that bites Peter at the beginning of the show, and that's how he gets his powers in this. Um,
Hmm.
but it turns out that it's a really weird time leap situation where the spider that bit him was a spider that was created by Norman Osborn, using Peter's blood to replicate his powers. So it's a really strange time loop where it's like,
Interesting.
how does that work? How does, like, if he needs the spider to get his powers, but the spider can only be created if he has his powers? How does that? That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, it's confusing. Um, yeah, Doctor Strange brings the symbiote back to the current time, and they send it back to space. But as you can guess, a piece of it is left behind, and you know where that's leading to. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that was the end. Uh, I never I never want to wish downfall on an animated project. I know I was pretty down on it in that very first episode I talked about it. But I hope the
Hmm.
show continues to get better from here on out. Now that it has a concrete direction. Originally, it was supposed to be canon to the MCU, and you can tell because there's a lot of references to the MCU throughout the show. But they turned it into something original, and I hope that they have more fun with it now that they, like I said, have more concrete direction and don't have to worry about trying to make it canon. But before the first episode was even released,
Okay.
it was greenlit for season 2, and recently we got a
Hmm.
bit of news about it. It's been revealed that Gwen Stacy will be in season 2, and that she'll be Spider-Gwen. And in my opinion, that sucks. So if you
Ooh.
want to Google
Oh.
your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, Gwen Stacy, you'll see the concept art that they posted online of it. Um, so the reason I think it sucks is because they might be erasing another Spider Woman in the process. In the first episode, we see the spider that bit Peter crawl into someone's bag, and with Gwen being revealed,
Mm.
I'm afraid that it was her, and she'll be bit by the same spider as Peter, and that's how she'll become Spider Woman. But that's the origin
Hmm.
of Cindy Moon, aka Silk, a Korean American Spider Person who had this happen to her in the main universe in the comics, where Spider Gwen
Mm.
is from an alternate universe in the comics. Um, if they do
Got
something
you.
more original, I won't be as mad, but
Hmm.
it'll still suck instead of just doing Silk. But I would
Yeah.
like, I don't want them to give her another character's origin when they could have just made it that other character. Like, if you're gonna do her, at least make her origin different. But yeah, I feel like we could have had our cake and ate it too if they had Gwen just be Gwen without any spider powers, but then also had Silk. We could have had both. But who knows? Maybe they still do both, and they both just become spider people. Who knows?
Right. Let's see. I hope it's at the very least the latter. Like they both become spider people because Silk sounds very interesting. I've never heard of her.
Yeah, Silk is cool,
and I would like to know more about her.
If you look her up, her costume's dope.
Mm.
Yeah, Silk's real cool. She also, I don't know if she's the only, but in the main universe at the very least, she might be the only spider person who has organic webs like Spider-Man does in the Sam Raimi movies, where he usually has web shooters. She actually shoots webs out of her body like Spider-Man does in the Sam Raimi ones.
That is sick. I'm a fan.